Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about one topic, that is the currencies and currency system dependency dependency. We are talking about the ideas in ideas. Basically we are talking about the global warming. We are talking about the global warming. Actually it's not a error, basically it's a solution. Basically in this basically we are talking about one of the topic, that is the solution. In solution basically we are talking about the one topic, that is the cities creation. So city creation basically is created basically. So like this basically we have taken one example, 1300 city basically got earthquakes in India basically. Currently I'm in India basically, so I will take example of India, Hindustan. So here the basically the example is 1300 cities basically of the India basically got earthquake. And that earthquake basically how it was connected, that example we have already taken. 2 lakh example people, then basically we reached to the 500, then from 500 basically we reached to the 300 repair also basically done, then basically 200 basically. Now that 200 story basically. Now basically one of the person told that, yeah, how basically this 200 people basically are going to be repair basically. Then he told that, yeah, how basically this will be possible, because satellite groups also basically not repaired these people basically, and these people basically are not in the any of the blood group also basically. So now basically how this is going to repair basically, either they will get new blood group basically, and that will basically it's very difficult basically to get the blood group. They have to do lots of hard work basically, lots of hard work basically, then only basically they have to touch to each and every universe basically, then only basically they get the blood group basically, with the help of the universe, and they become very powerful basically after touching the blood group basically. After touching each and every universe basically, they becomes very powerful. Anything basically can happen any second. That type of powerful people basically they become. In this basically 12 groups basically, 22 blood groups are up to that level powerful basically. So, and they are talking this 22 blood groups basically, as they are taking the decisions, as they are basically firing, as they are basically the doctors basically are firing each and every people. So it might possible that 23 number blood group also might connect, and this will not end the 22 blood groups, because it's connected with the entire blood 900 crore na basically. So it will not finish basically 22 blood groups owner basically, that 23 basically new blood group came basically, that 22 blood groups owner will also be exist basically in this world basically, because everything is created na basically, that's why. From 22 blood groups, just see basically up to what level the value basically has also kept of these 22 blood groups. Entire world basically is created from these 22 blood groups basically. And this 22 23 assume that basically from this 200 new blood group basically come, that is 23 number, assume basically. No, really basically not this type of thing basically, it's very rare basically is going to happen, because one person can touch the universe basically. How basically he can touch the universe basically? If we say basically 1300 city earthquakes basically come in India, so it's going to come? No basically. That only basically can come basically, will be happen basically, is going to happen from the 22 blood groups only basically, and they are not going to finish their creation basically. So whatever things basically is going to happen, through that 23rd number is going to do everything basically, because they, that 23 number person basically, 23 blood group basically has got lots of problem basically from these 22 blood groups basically. That's why he is going to damage each and everything basically. Why? Because he has got lots of problem basically, lots of. So his doctor basically is either going to tell basically, please help him basically, otherwise 22 blood groups creation, that is the world basically. And in this basically, like this only the blood groups has created in first world war, second world war, like this basically two world war is already happened basically. In this world war basically most of basically blood groups are created basically. First world war basically, that time basically count the blood group. After second world war, sorry, after first world second world war started, that time basically count the blood groups. Currently basically third world war, mini world war is going, so basically that is not actually third world war, because when India is going to jump into the world war, that time basically you will say that basically the world war has started basically. But India have lots of patience basically. He will never jump into World War. Why? Because in USA only 22 crore people are there. So like this basically just see basically up to what level count basically across the whole world. Assume that basically 200 country basically are there basically in 212 country basically India basically exists basically. Indian people exist. Few people say sir ईरान में तो बहुत इंडियन है. In Iran basically lots of Indians are there and there basically war is happening. Then few people say that अरे भाई they already came to India basically. They already came to India basically. Like this basically assume that India will jump into third world war basically. So the prime ministers, the army chief basically when they will take the decision of the war basically, that day will be the very dangerous day basically. And mostly basically if the things basically will not get solved basically, then it's going to happen world war basically. And mostly basically it's near to world war basically. Reason, this 20% error basically is not going to solve soon basically. Just see the solution, see the solution basically. city basically earthquake. These all are basically stories basically, which is going to convert to the earthquakes 100% basically. So like this, one of the person told that ये अभी जो now basically 200 people left basically. These 200 people have got lots of problem in their life basically, because nobody has helped them basically. Political people not helped, the parliament people not helped, the high court basically not helped, supreme court not helped, entire Delhi basically not helped. Then basically the doctors not helped, the companies basically has not helped, the software companies not helped, the big businessmen basically not helped. Businessmen means Mumbai and political people means Delhi basically, they not helped. Then Bangalore city not helped because software industry is basically from Bangalore. Then medical industry not helped, that is Russian basically and Canadian basically, they not help. Like this basically many sectors basically comes into the picture. The industrial sector not helped, because each and every software industries are connected with each and every sector basically. They don't have anything basically. They are basically getting from the they are basically getting the services, they are creating the software from the other side basically, from the industry basically. Like this basically things are basically there. So just see basically now basically story of 200 basically, how the things is going to connect. Just see basically up to what level the dangerous thing is basically. So one of the person told me, yaar, nobody helped yaar basically yaar. Even the Supreme Court not helped, the High Court not helped, the political people who are sitting in the Parliament House, they also not helped yaar. The software industry not helped. That means USA also not helped. USA also not helped. So assume that basically Earth planet is moving right side of my side. So wherever basically I am sitting, it's the right side basically or left side basically the Earth planet is moving. Assume basically it's left or right basically, whatever basically. Both side basically Earth planet will can't move basically. Otherwise the Earth planet has to get break basically. Break means it has to get in two pieces basically. Then only basically it can move to the left and right side basically. But this will never happen. But it might possible basically. Anything is possible basically, because Earth planet is moving and that's why. So one of the person told that basically this can happen basically. Earth planet can be divided into two. Then he told that that basically we have to ask to the glacier team basically, glacier group basically, who created the glacier basically. Why they created the glacier? Why they created the glacier basically? They are mad basically who created the glacier. In Hindi basically it's called as they are pagal who created the glacier basically. The people who created the glacier, they are mad basically, you want to say. One person literally asked the question basically,